Hi, welcome to the Functional Spirituality Podcast. My name is Ava Arani, your host, and I'm feeling really good about the topic today, how to feel confident as a new parent, or my advice for new parents. So I have a 1.5-year-old, so I'm well out of the phase of being a new parent, still parent to a very young child. But I'm feeling really good, really confident in my role as a parent. And I'm feeling confident to face the challenges that come. And for me, it's the most important feeling. When I think back to, over my parenting journey so far, to the times that I've felt the worst, the times where I was really struggling, the times where I was feeling really low, either in brief moments, so in just the face of one challenge in the moment, but also in phases of months and months as well, so in long periods of time as well. The hardest times were where I just didn't feel confident in my role, in my responsibilities. I wasn't exactly sure what approach I wanted to take to handle the challenge that I was in and the challenges that were to come. Because I guess there's two ways that we struggle. We struggle due to the challenges that we're in, and we struggle due to the challenges that we perceive are ahead of us. I have so many examples of that. Me feeling uneasy and unsettled about a big trip that we're about to go on overseas and feeling, I don't know how I'm going to handle that. I don't know what my responsibilities are and not knowing really what my role is. So a lot of that is shifted. I'd say all of that. Really, I'm feeling really settled, clear and positive about what is ahead. And I don't doubt that I will come up into another phase and another challenge in the future where I will feel unsettled again because I won't be sure exactly what my responsibility and role is because of how dynamic the young child's life is, how it's, changing so significantly from month to month, and then eventually it'll be from year to year and, from milestone to milestone as they get older. But because it's so dynamic, my role and responsibilities in relationship to my young daughter is also very dynamic. And this is such a huge challenge of parenthood. I look at parents and I'm like, how are you even doing this? Because I have so much capacity and resources and skills and drive, and I'm all in as a parent. I'm really invested and really take it as a project. I'm like, if anyone's even less than me in any of those areas, how are they even coping with the burden of the challenge that, if you feel defeated by it at any early stage, it's not like any other challenge or project that you can opt out of and not follow through with because you feel defeated. You feel defeated and the challenges just stack on and on and on. And I've experienced that already in the journey. So I want to share some of my advice for new parents in particular. So I guess like parents of very young babies, young children, and also first time parents, so you might be a new parent to a new child as well. Because I'm feeling really good about it and want to share what has helped me in the hopes that it will, these insights will serve you as well. I probably should have said this earlier as well, but in all the podcasts I've been recording in the last couple of years that are about parenting and children and things like that, I've gotten a lot of feedback that it has been really applicable and enjoyable to listen to, and also insights for people who don't have parents. And I do believe that. So I believe that these are fundamental relating challenges. And also we are living with child pieces inside of us at all times. And For me, raising a child is really just a project. It's really just an investment of my time and my focus. It's something that I think is valuable that I want to put my energy into. So I think we all have or should definitely have projects that we think are valuable that we want to invest our time and interest into. So, what I'm speaking about can be applicable for really anyone because we all have like those kinds of projects, and that's how I think about parenting. So there are so many things I could say, and I've just kind of jotted a couple of points down of where I would start, things that are really important. A friend actually recommended a book to me recently that was called Post-natal Depletion Cure. Maybe you've heard about it. An Australian author, a guy who is a doctor and has many children and dedicated himself to support his wife out of what he now has termed postnatal depletion syndrome. So not quite a disease, but a syndrome. So like a collection of symptoms, something that's complex and, it's not black and white how it can be diagnosed and pinpointed, but it's something still that's kind of severe and significant and widespread. And my friend was like, oh my God, I read this book and I finally realized like what I have and everything. I was like, oh, I got to check this out. Definitely feeling depleted in different ways. I think I'd just finished breastfeeding and just started to also like repay my sleep debt. And I had to listen to this book. And I kind of halfway through towards the end, I was feeling really good because I was like, sweet, I don't have this. And although I was definitely depleted from my pregnancy and my postnatal period, I was definitely sacrificing some of my resources for Jasmine. I didn't have this complex syndrome that needed to be undone. I just had a few things to kind of take care of. And right now I'm feeling really, really great. There's a few things physiologically with my hips in particular that have come back like 90, 95%, maybe 90%, but getting the last 10% back of its full functionality isn't quite there. And I think it would actually just take so much longer than it took to get back, from the 20% I had right after birth to, the 90%. That took only a matter of months, but it's just this last 10% that I haven't gotten back. But yeah, besides that, I'm feeling really, really good. Yeah, very, very healthy, vibrant, resourced, alert, focused. Energy is all really good. And there was a few kind of categories that I listened to the audiobook like a couple months back now, but a few things, if I remember what this doctor was saying, were like the key areas of depletion. This would be my first kind of advice as a new parent, is to look at these key areas and to address them straight away and to have them in mind, like these are areas that you are depleted. And if you want to be the best person and parent that you can be for your family and for yourself, for your child and for your partner and for everyone around you, for the people that you serve, you need to make sure you're not depleted, make sure that your energy is good on all these levels. And, reading the book, I was like, oh, sweet, I've already been so vigilant for these things. I don't have this kind of complex depletion syndrome. I've actually been really on top of these things from before my pregnancy as well. The areas that I remember really significantly were sleep, nutrition, so in a mixture of both supplements and making sure that you are eating healthy food, not eating junk food, getting enough nutrition, whether it's through, I think definitely through a mix of supplements and then also, healthy foods like smoothies or just things that are really packed with nutrients. Like your soups and stews that have a lot of easily digestible food, the same kinds of things that people would recommend postpartum, but like making that a part of your diet, making sure you're getting enough food.